pressure to the BBC. Hello BBC, I'm Niko Omilana and I'm stood here outside your offices and I'm not leaving until I get an interview. See, I've actually taken all precautions necessary to come into any single one of your studios because I am outraged. Not only are you giving my competition airtime, but also you pronounce my name wrong, which is something I cannot forgive. It's time to give young people a voice, BBC. From one BBC to another, make the right choice and interview me. Niko Omilana, your future London mayor. The tweet immediately took off. People were tweeting the BBC, trying to get their attention. It was great. But on ground levels, things weren't going so well.
What's from one BBC to another?
So I am my own BBC. I'm just trying to get an interview with the BBC.
Well, if you want an interview, the only way you can get one of those is by the website. No members of the public or any visitors are allowed into the building at the moment because there's special provisions in place.
This security guard was trying to tell me that what I wanted to do was impossible, so I decided to ignore her and prove her wrong. Surely someone from the BBC was going to see this inspirational sign and come out to speak to me. Just from one BBC to another, help a brother out, man. Excuse me, sir. Can you help out? BBC, excuse me. Are you part of the BBC? Excuse me, my friend.
What? What are you doing?
I'm trying to get an interview.
You have to go through a proper procedure.
This is a proper procedure. I'm outside BBC. They all thought that their BBC was bigger than mine and therefore they just ignored me like I was invisible. It wasn't right. I think I'll be here every day. I think I'll be here for a long time. Oh my gosh, we're never gonna get this interview. My hands started shaking in pain. I couldn't carry the board any longer and I needed to do something about it. You hold this board for me for just literally 5 minutes. Let's go, boys. There's more of us now, BBC. Let's go.
What do you think, like, in your future you can do something for the
Yeah, no, I can. I see you're taking what I'm saying serious. I can see I'm inspiring you a little bit. I can see that little twinkle in your eye. But my friends, please like the video. 1 like is 1 vote for me. Let's see how many votes we can get. You also get 10 years of good luck, so like the video now and subscribe. Thank you. I was starting to make a connection to the people, and with that, I started to believe that maybe I could get someone's attention from the BBC. Maybe all of this wouldn't be for nothing. I'm trying to speak to the people at BBC to try and get an interview. Can you make that happen? No. Okay, all of this was for nothing. I literally stood outside a building all day for no reason. We have been here for hours and quite frankly, I'm sick of it. No one seems to be coming out of the building now either, so I just feel like I'm wasting my time. It was time for me to leave and plan bigger. I'll be back, BBC. This isn't over. Despite not much happening for me outside the building, on social media, things were getting somewhere. The tweet got the BBC's attention and members of the BBC actually started tweeting me, but nobody was offering me an interview at the BBC offices, so we needed to go bigger. Day 2, we're back outside the BBC because we need an interview. We've upgraded. This is a big upgrade. Niko for mayor, right outside the BBC. Ladies and gentlemen, we got an electronic billboard van with my face on it. Look at my huge biceps. If we don't get an interview after this, then I quit. It's not worth the stress. But we did manage to get the security's attention, so the van had to leave. But it carried on driving as it had the important mission of spreading our message across London. Every big site in the city needed to see my campaign. From the London Eye to Big Ben to the Royal Albert Hall, which we're actually banned from. And every other landmark there is. But back at the BBC, I then spoke to this security guard who told me that in all his years working at the BBC, he's never seen them interview anyone who's been waiting outside. So how long have you been working here for?
About 9 years.
9 years and you've never seen them come out for enough?
Yeah, they don't, I don't know, they just don't do it. Sometimes these groups, about 300 people or more.
Well, I will be the first person they come out for in 9 years. What we stand for is so strong that I think we'll get the interview.
Sounds good.
You see, my friend?
Watch this space.
Yeah, watch this space. First time in 9 years.
Yeah.
You might be thinking that this confirms I'm a shambolic fool with a creased shirt who was just wasting his time outside the BBC. And you're probably right, but I was still determined to prove everyone wrong. I was gonna get that interview if it's the last thing I did, so I paced back and forth in hopes that someone would give me an offer I couldn't refuse, but instead, the offer they gave me was far from appetizing. Unfortunately, so far, all we've been offered is a Zoom interview. and we've been stood outside the BBC for this long, so obviously we're not going to settle for that. So the best way to ask is by just telling them we're just out here. So I then messaged Sam from the BBC and gave him my demands. Hello, Samuel from the BBC. Thank you for your offer of a Zoom interview, and a Zoom interview would be all right, but I want to tell you my policies in person. I want to see the spark in your eyes when I say it to you, so it needs to be in person. And with those inspiring words being said, I got a phone call. Hello, Sam from BBC. If we can get a crew here and I get an interview in person, then I'll call off the siege.
Okay, I can confirm we can do an in-person interview. I just need to get a crew sorted so we can do it properly.
Thank you. We've done it. We've done it. Told you I could make it happen. We've done it, BBC. Thank you. I've got an interview. Yeah, it's happened. They just called me up right now. Thank you, security, for doing such an amazing job and not arresting me. I am over the moon, ladies and gentlemen. We have actually managed to get our own interview, not some natural little Zoom interview, an in-person interview with the BBC, and I am over the moon. I'm loving life. I then finally left the BBC as I had an interview to prepare for. An unironed shirt, a suit jacket, Nike Tech fleece tracksuit bottoms, and most importantly, the children's glasses. All the ingredients for the most serious interview of the century for the most serious man. It's go time, ladies and gentlemen. Ready, yeah? I'm Niko Omilana, independent, supreme leader of the Niko Defence League, and your future London mayor.
What's the biggest threat facing Londoners today?
The biggest threat to London is our Prime Minister, Boris Johnson. If a man who can't even comb his hair properly is running our nation, then we truly have no hope. But a London under me will have equal opportunity. If a young BBC like myself can make it to the actual BBC, then that's what I want for all the young BBCs out there, to have their voices be heard.
How should London be policed?
Well, I actually plan to employ more policemen and put them straight into the Houses of Parliament, as that's where all the real criminals are. They need to be watched.
What would TfL look like under you as mayor?
Transport prices under me will be completely slashed. I mean, I took the train down here and I've gone bankrupt, it was that expensive. So those prices are going right down. And also stop blocking all the roads, you schmucks.
How will you help London recover from the pandemic?
I would do a lot.
Can you give us in 25 seconds what your pitch is to being mayor of London?
Should I be London mayor? What a stupid question. Of course I should. The system is broken for young people and I am the only man who can fix it. We aren't taken serious and it makes me sick. I have more knowledge, strength and integrity than any other candidate and more social media followers than all of them combined. The joke men. The people who run this country are unserious, and that's coming from someone wearing children's glasses. But I am taking action now. I have a message to our Prime Minister on behalf of every young person in our nation. Boris Johnson, shush.
That's all good, thank you, man.
Thank you, BBC.
Take care.
Appreciate it. My friends, we got the interview. I'm over the moon. We just told the Prime Minister to shush. Oh man, I'll do anything for the nation. And that is how you finesse a national TV station into interviewing you. But with that being said, our first point on our manifesto is telling Boris Johnson to shush. If you want to vote for me and haven't registered to vote yet, the deadline is April 19th, so please register to vote now. Now! All the links are in the description.